So now we're going to actually bring back our guest Noah from Abilene Young Democrats, bring him on the air, along with a very special guest who is Tom Watson. He's actually running for Congress in Texas's 19th district, looking to flip that seat. Noah's going to ask Tom a few questions so we can learn more about his congressional race and how the policies he's fighting for can impact young people in particular. So Noah and Tom, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and we'll turn it over to you. See, we got Noah here, and Tom will be joining us shortly.
While we wait on that, I just want to update. We have a poll going. It's been kind of interesting to see, and we appreciate everyone that's participating. So right now, when we're asking people just kind of what issues are important to them, and it's been kind of a education.
There we go.
Anyways, education and immigration about the same, and then healthcare right now is 60%. So just thought I'd throw that in there as we wait. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Thank you very much.
Tom, thank you so much for joining us. We're actually going to turn it over to you and Noah to chat a bit about your congressional seat, your congressional race, and the issues that are top of mind for you.
Well, alrighty, just in case y'all didn't hear beforehand, this is Tom Watson. He is running in Texas' 19th Congressional District, which just happens to be my home district as well. So, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today, Tom.
Well, thank you very much for asking me. It's been an interesting year.
To say the least, certainly it has been.
Not what I anticipated back in December.
So, just to start off, you're running against Jody Arrington, one of the most conservative Republicans in Congress right now, correct? That's
it. And it's not Jody Arrington, it's little Trump Arrington. He is, he says he's 97% behind Trump, but I don't know where the other 3% is. I don't know where he has ever differed from Donald Trump. So, and nobody's told me yet.
So why did you decide to run against Jody Arrington?
Well, because as of 3 o'clock on the last day of filing, nobody else had filed. And I came to the conclusion that Jody Arrington needed an opponent, number one. Number two, if I got in the race for Congress, that would help turn out more votes against Donald Trump. And it didn't make any difference back in December of last year who the Democratic nominee was going to be. Any Democratic nominee, anybody in the race was going to be better than what we had. So I had two goals. One was to eliminate Jody Arrington from doing what he was doing, which was basically nothing except whatever the people with money wanted him to do. He was doing nothing to help the people of the district. And he really doesn't even want to talk to people in the district. There have been instances where he has had opportunities to talk to the people, and he has refused. He will only talk to those people that give him money, those people that have donated to his $1 million campaign fund. And so I'm running to get rid of him. I'm running to get rid of Donald Trump, because if I can turn out another 10,000 votes, even if I don't beat Arrington, another 10,000 votes against Donald Trump and for Joe Biden will help Joe Biden carry Texas. And that's what we need. We need Joe Biden in the White House, and we need him to carry Texas.
Definitely. And it really is an astounding thing that no one would file right before you walked in there, but you had the courage to go in there and say, this person needs it. We need to let democracy work its way through here.
Well, I waited until the last day of filing, and I got up in the morning and checked the website for the Democratic Party, and nobody had filed. So I got in the car and drove to Austin and waited till 3 o'clock. And at that point in time, I knew nobody was going to get from Lubbock to Austin in those 2 hours. So I went ahead and filed, and it's been a an interesting, unpredictable, uh, 10 months, I guess now that we've been doing this, and so I continue to be encouraged about the ability to get rid of Arrington and turn Texas blue and Congressional District 19 blue.
Definitely. So a lot of the people that are working on your campaign right now, including me, are young people. Why do you think your message has appealed to so many young people in this district?
Well, I'm an old person, and young people, they may not listen. They may not like to listen to middle-aged people, but they like to listen to old folks that have been around a while and have enough sense, not to tell them what to do, but give them alternatives and reasonable alternatives to what's going on right now. And there's lots of things going on right now that we're not talking about yet. And one of those that gets my attention is Donald Trump is attacking Social Security. The reason that he issued a moratorium or on collecting Social Security, or telling people they didn't have to pay into it these 4 months, that wasn't intended to help people. What it was intended to do was make it difficult for somebody to make up that money come the time after the first of the year when they would be expected to pay it back. And if they couldn't, then he could extend it another 4 months, which would put the Social Security Trust Fund in danger. And, the fund, in order to pay out Social Security, then the great part of the money depends on money coming in from people that are still in the system and still paying. And I'm still working, I'm still in the system, I'm still paying, even though I'm also drawing on Social Security. So people need to be aware that it's entirely possible that if Trump stays in, he will break Social Security. And Social Security won't be there now, and it'll be hard to reinstate it. So, that's an underlying issue that's not being talked about. But I believe that that's Trump's goal, is to destroy Social Security by taking away all the money that's coming into Social Security. And he wants to break Social Security. He doesn't, he just doesn't see the need. He doesn't know that not only do people rely on Social Security when they get to be a certain age, but Social Security pays lots of other things that have to do with keeping people alive and getting medical assistance, paying for Medicare and Medicaid. But, Trump doesn't understand anybody that makes less than $50 million a year plus.
Definitely.
And that's all he's listed to. And Jody Arrington's just following along with Donald Trump. He's just little Trump. He just wants to do what Donald Trump says. And then now, Jody Arrington has not lived in the district since he was elected. Now, all of a sudden, he says he's moving back to the district. Well, what's going to happen is he also, if he gets reelected, he will have his 6 years in, which means he's eligible for a congressional pension, a congressional payout. So he will then leave and go to work for or draw a salary. He won't do anything, but he'll draw a salary from some big corporate uh, donor that wants to keep Republicans in control.
Definitely.
So that's exactly what his goal is. That's his plan.
Mhm. Well, Tom, thank you so much for coming on here. It definitely, we're in some uncertain times right now, and it really is nice just to be able to see different faces out there and to be able to connect with a lot of people we wouldn't usually be able to connect with. And you are putting up a good fight out here in TX19 to hopefully flip this district and help flip Texas blue, just like MJ Hagar is trying to do right now. So thank you so much for joining us. I think we'll hand it back over to Karen and Brendan.
Thank you, Tom. Really appreciate you getting in this race and stepping in when nowhere else did and bringing those Dems to the polls to flip the district and flip the White House. Really appreciate it.
Before you go any further, let me tell you that today I put in the mail my and my wife's application to vote by mail. And everybody that's eligible to do that needs to do it because, we need to ensure that the vote is not taken away from us. And that's what Trump wants to do. He wants to take the vote away from us. That's what Jody Arrington wants to do. He wants to depress the vote. So get out there and get your application for absentee ballot and vote by mail.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Noah and Tom. We really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you all.